All right, algebra students, let's keep working with systems of equations. This time we're going to get into systems of three equations and three unknowns. Take a look at this one. A couple easy ways to eliminate a few variables. So I notice right away I can eliminate x with these two, I can eliminate z with these two, and I can eliminate z here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get rid of z first. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to call these equations 1, 2, and 3. So first thing I'm going to do is add 1 and 2 together. I'm going to get 3x minus 2y equals 11. Good. 2x plus x is 3x minus 4y plus 2y negative 2y. Z plus negative z, 0. That's why we did it. And 11. Now I'm going to multiply this second equation by 2. 2x plus 4y minus 2z equals 2. I'm going to take this new equation and combine it with the third. When I do that, I get x plus y plus 0 equals 2. Now what I can do is solve this system any way I want. I'm going to stick with elimination. I'm going to multiply the bottom equation by 2. And I'm going to get, in a new color here, 2x plus 2y equals 4. With that equation, I'm going to combine it up here to get rid of y. And when I do that, I get 5x equals 15. That means x equals 3. I can now go back here and say, well, if x equals 3, 3 times 3 minus 2y equals 11. 9 minus 2y equals 11. Minus 2y equals, subtract 9 from both sides, 2. So y equals negative 1. Now go back to any original equation, plug in the variables you know, and you get 2 times 3 minus 4 times negative 1 plus z equals 10. So that's 6 plus 4 plus z equals 10. That's 10 plus z equals 10. Subtract 10 and you get z equals 0. That means our answer is the point 3, negative 1, 0. Remember how we were graphing yesterday or on Thursday to solve equations. We're talking about where two lines cross. When we talk about three variables, we're talking about where three planes, P-L-A-N-E, three-dimensional surfaces that extend forever in all directions. It's like a piece of paper, but it continues forever. And where do those three planes intersect? They intersect at one point. Good? Now, I want you to try this next one on your own. Pause the video now. Try it on your own, and then I'll go over the answer. So, pause. Good. Hopefully you found a pretty good variable to eliminate. Z would be good, Y would be good, X is a little bit tougher, but not that much. So I'm going to eliminate Z. If you did a different variable, that's fine. So the first thing I'm going to do is multiply the top equation by negative 1. That gives me negative 3x minus y plus z equals negative 4. And I get really lucky here if I do that, because I get an x and it's a 2 for 1. The y's cancel and the z's cancel, and I'm left with x equals negative 1. And you don't get that lucky very often. So now that I've done that, I can just go back to these original equations and say, well, this is negative 3 plus y minus z, and that equals 4. And then here I get negative 4 plus y minus z equals 3. I can add 3 to both sides, I can add 4 to both sides, and you're going to get the same thing, y minus z equals 7. So unfortunately I can't really do anything else with this because I need another equation. So now I'm going to plug in negative 1 here. When I do that, I get negative 1 plus 2y plus 2z equals 5. So 2y plus 2z equals 6. I'm going to go ahead and divide by 3 here. Divide by 2. Y plus z equals 3. Now I've got these two equations with two unknowns, and they're set up and ready to go. Add them together, I get 2y equals 10, so y equals 5. And now plugging 5 and negative 1, maybe right up here into this equation. When I do that, I get, or I could just plug in 5 right here. 5 plus z equals 3, so z equals negative 2. So the answer is negative 1, 5, negative 2. I do not care how you got to this answer, as long as you showed every step and you got that answer. If you didn't get this answer, then one of us made a mistake. I am going pretty quickly because it's Friday and I'm trying to get out of here for the weekend. But maybe I made a mistake. But double check. So there you go. Got one last example for you, but before we begin, want to let you know how you're going to let me know you watched this video. Make sure you leave your book bag in the locker room area, okay? If I see your book bag in class, I'll know you didn't watch the video. So your book bag needs to be out in the locker room area. And when I say, "Where's your book bag?" you have to say, "The Oompa Loompas took it." All right, so I'll know if you watched the video if I say, "Where's your book bag?" and you say something like, "The Oompa Loompas took it." If you don't say that, then I'm going to know you didn't watch the video. Here's one more example for you to practice. I pause the video and then try this on your own, and then we'll go over it. This one's got a little bit more work to it. Okay, I'm looking. Hopefully you're pausing the video. I'm looking. You know what? I'm going to eliminate z again. And I know I've done that a couple times, but I got negative z's here and 1z. It's easy for me to multiply this by 3 or 5. So first thing I'm going to do is multiply equation 3 by 5. That's going to give me negative 10x plus 25y plus 5z equals negative 20. I'm now going to combine that with the first equation. When I do that, I end up getting negative 5x plus 31y, and that equals negative 21. Don't love that, but that's okay. Next one, I'm going to multiply this by 3. That's going to give me negative 6x plus 15y plus 3z, and that's going to equal negative 12. I'm now going to combine that with the second equation. That's going to give me negative 3x, and then here I'm going to get plus 11y, and then negative 12, and that's going to give me negative 5. It's not pretty, but that's okay. I'm not afraid. I can use my math skills. Now I'm going to multiply this by 5, and I'm going to multiply this by 3. It's going to get a little ugly. Here we go. Multiplying this by 3, I get negative 15x. 31 times 3 plus 93y. This times 3, and I'm going to get, if I do that, 360, negative 63. Now this times 5. If I do this times, negative 5, I'm going to get 15x. And then here I'm going to get negative 55y. And then here I'm going to get positive 25. Add those up. Those cancel. Here, 55 plus 40 would make 95. So that's 38y. And then it looks like this is also negative 38. So y is equal to negative 1. That's nice. Now I just plug this in here, and I get negative 5x minus 31 equals negative 21. 31 times negative 1, add the 31 to both sides, negative 5x equals 10. So I get x equals negative 2. Go back to this equation here, and I get positive 4 minus 5 plus z equals negative 4. Whoa, can't write. That's negative 1 plus z equals negative 4. Add the 1 to both sides, I get z equals 3, and there's your answer, negative 2, negative 1, comma 3. Okay, so don't be afraid of big numbers. Sometimes it works out just fine. All right, have a great weekend. Peace.